ShawneeCTV would like to thank the following community sponsors in helping make this broadcast possible. Sebastian Homes, specializing in exceptional residential properties. David Nicholas and Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Jeff Chamblin, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, enjoys helping people. Mentoring with a mission. Uplift Mentoring. GCTC, a career and technology center located in Shawnee. Brown and Sons Towing and Recovery. Big or small, we tow them all. Play It Again Sports, where we give you cash for your gently used athletic equipment. Rand Roofing Company. Give David James or Stephen Johns a call. Stewart & Clover Attorneys and Title Company exists to help people. Big enough to solve problems, small enough to care. Fred's Tire and Battery is locally legendary. Downtown Auto Body works for you with your insurance company to reduce your hassles. Protecting your business is our business. Ford Insurance Agency, Charlotte, Barnett. Casterkey Auto Mart. Shop at the lot or online. At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. Connecting patients to convenient, compassionate care in our community, that is First Med. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience, Casterkey Tire and Alignment. L's Jewelry, Shawnee's friendly jeweler. Eric's Pharmacy. Ask about compounding. Triad Complete Healthcare. Schedule an appointment today. Welcome to the start of our winter season, and we are at the Shawnee Family YMCA to bring back the state champion Shawnee Lady Wolves and Wolves swim team. We're going to start things off with the we're going to start things off with the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Starting things off for the Lady Wolves is Piper McNeil, a senior. Coming second is Natalie Selman, another senior. Coming in third will be Grayson Simpson, just a sophomore, and Ashley McDonald, also a sophomore. And I have with me today Troy Officer, attorney Troy Officer of the Officer Law Firm. Great to have you, Troy.
I'm glad to be back again. I know you invited me back again, so I must have done something right.
You do. You do a great job. Of course, you have roots in this pool as you taught some of these now champions early in their ages. But Natalie Selman in the pool now for the girls as Piper McNeil sets it apart and gives about a length lead right off the bat.
Exactly. We didn't even get to start talking before Piper's already done. So, I mean, that shows how good she is. And I think everyone saw she just committed to Missouri. So that was really cool.
Yep, a big Mizzou girl. Story about that as into the pool goes sophomore Grayson Simpson. Another state champion, as I believe this 200-yard medley was very high in state, if not the state champions. I have to check my notes.
Yeah, I think they won the state championship, so I think it's the same four girls, so good chances again this year.
That's right, and they certainly did as McDonald now gets into the pool, as they are impressive, Troy.
Yeah, they have about a full length or almost a lap ahead now, so.
Isn't that crazy? As we welcome to our area all three of the Moore High School swim teams, which would be Moore, Westmore, and Southmore, all here today, as the girls actually finishing up the winners right there. And you're going to see someone else go in the pool down below. That's how far in front they are. We are not kidding.
That's
when
incredible.
we say these girls are good.
Yep.
Tell us about that. Expand on just how good these girls are.
Well, I mean, first off, we have Piper, which, of course, that's a talent that's beyond what we've seen here. So, I mean, she's almost to the Olympic level, D1 swimming school that she's signed with. And then you got these other girls that Piper, she might look fast, but they're in a normal year, they would be just as fast as anyone else too. Grayson Simpson, she's been with the Y swim team since she was like 5. And then same as Natalie and McDonald, they've all started here, which is pretty cool. They've all been here since they were about 5, really young. So it just shows how this team is built at the Y and with this program.
Yep, and these girls, every girl that scored a point at the state meet last year are back on this team.
I think that gives them a good shot.
Yeah. As the boys jump into the pool, set us up on this one, Troy. Who's going to be swimming for our boys?
Yeah, we have Shawnee in lane 2. We have Ethan Aller, a senior, getting us started, followed by Maddox Smith, Vincent Tash, and Thurman Lee. So we actually have all 4 seniors this year on the boys team on this relay.
And the boys did great last year as well. They finished, I believe, 5th at state, conference champions. Just the swim team has been excelling in the past few years.
Yep, and I think they had their first meet in Hera, which is a big one, and the boys got 3rd there, so they look good this year too, so they started well.
Yeah, and actually last year finished up 4th in 5A at the state meet.
So we have...
this medley team actually finished 4th as well at the state tournament.
Yep. And that's Maddox in the pool right now. They're right with the other team. Looks like Westmore. It's pretty cool to see all 4 seniors, though. It's not very common to have 4 seniors on a relay.
That is great. Trailing now, but just by a turn, as more Lions pushing them right in the middle.
And we have Thurman Lee coming into the pool. He's pretty fast, so he might catch him up.
That was a good start as on the dive, Thurman catches his mate. And here he is at the turn. You see it. He was a full length behind before the start as he jumped in.
Oh, look at that. I called that, Daniel.
You did. As Thurman, he knows no other gear than 110%, that freestyler.
He shot it out, and he just beat him, and by a pretty good margin, too.
He did, as he made that look easy, Troy. So we go through the first 2 races. Shawnee wins them both. You're watching Shawnee swim on ShawneeCTV. Fred's Tire and Battery is locally legendary, known for their friendly family welcomes and just as friendly exits. Fred's can service your vehicle needs. Make Fred's Tire and Battery your first stop when your vehicle needs service. Charlotte Barnett has insured regional business with commercial policies for over 40 years. If you want to get the best commercial insurance coverage while working with a commercial insurance expert, call Charlotte's Ford Insurance Agency now for a quote.
We have contracts with many employers, and we do drug testing, alcohol testing, pre-employment screenings. We also do workers' comp, so if someone gets injured on the job and needs stitches, staples, break a bone, then we can absolutely see them and they cannot go to the emergency room.
Connecting our community with convenient, compassionate care.
Yes.
That's what you guys do.
It is what we do.
Play It Again Sports, where we buy your gently used sporting goods for cash. We give this award out once a month. The award doesn't go just to the greatest athlete or to the greatest student. It goes to the greatest person.
As we come back, tell us, Troy, what's going on in the pool?
Yeah, we have the 200-yard freestyle for the girls. We have Emma Aller in lane 2 and Tennille Kidd in lane 3, and these are both Shawnee swimmers.
And these are the only 2 swimming in the 200 freestyle for the girls.
Yep.
Why would they do something like this as we see them now coming on their last leg of the 200? Why would they do something like this when you have 3 or 4 schools competing? You would only have 2 people in the 200 free.
Well, part of it's kind of, I guess, the planning. So when you have your kids, you can have them in 2 individual events and 2 relay events. So you kind of got to pick which ones they're good at, which one you can get the most points in, all of that stuff. So sometimes you see smaller races like this where maybe you just don't have the swimmers who like this race, or you just don't, you want to put them in a different race. So it happens every now and then. But
And so it's a matter of numbers, really.
planning with the coaches and all of that stuff.
Understood. So as we come up, they just passed, what, the 75-meter mark? Or
Yeah, I think they're coming up on their last one, so this will be their last one down and back.
Okay. The
And-
pool itself is, what, 25 meters?
Yeah, 25 down and then 25 back, so
Okay.
it'll be 50 when they get back there. So
And one thing unique about this pool at the Shawnee Family YMCA, I said meters, but is it actually yards in here?
it is
that
yards
how that
in
works?
here, yeah. Most
Okay.
pools are yards besides like the big pools like Edmond where they do bigger competitions, all of
Okay.
that stuff. So it is different competing for them too when they have to switch from yards to meters because it's longer distance, all of that. So a little complicated for them. I know it's a little harder. So
Yeah, I would think so. As coming across, who
and
finished?
that is Emma Aller who finished first, and Tennille Kidd is right behind her, both Shawnee.
That is beautiful to see. Again, more points for the Shawnee girls. And Aller was in lane 2, is that correct?
Yes, that was Emma Aller.
Very good, as
And-
we're excited to be here bringing you Shawnee High School Swim.
And Tennille is just a freshman, so she's just getting started.
And Emma, what about Emma? What is she now?
She is a junior now, which a lot of the Aller kids have been in here for a while.
That's right. Stepping up for the boys, who do we have?
For the boys, we have Thurman Lee in lane 2 and Maddox Smith in lane 3. We also have Ethan Hong for Westmore in lane 1 and Shakota Castleberry for Southmore in lane 4.
So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 across your screen. So from close to far is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's Thurman out front.
Yeah, hopefully he's not tired.
That's what I was about to say. Is we just saw his strength in that medley, but that was just a 50 that he had to run. He is more adept even at the longer distances, isn't it true?
Yeah, when I was here, I know he always did the 500, so
Yeah.
he's actually done more of the distance for a while, but I've heard from Valerie that he's gotten a lot faster in the smaller distances too, so he's just come all around swimmer now.
That young man chasing a scholarship, certainly.
Yeah.
And then Maddox Smith, he's a senior as well. Do you know anything about Maddox?
I know a little bit about Maddox. I know his sister swam here when I was here as well,
Yeah.
but I know he has not done it as long, but of course he is right there with Thurman, so it's impressive with him to stick with Thurman right now.
Yeah, Thurman Lee, of course, at the state meet was third in the 200 free in 5A. And so that's very good for Maddox as you have somebody like that to measure yourself against.
Yeah, and it's always good to have your teammate next to you kind of pushing you a little bit, so otherwise you can kind of slow it down. So
Well, in their seed time, which is their PR bests that have been measured during a meet this year, which has only been 1 or 2, so not a lot, but it looks like the difference between the two was close to 13 seconds.
yeah.
And it looks like it's not going to be that far today.
Well, and Thurman is pushing it a little bit, so it'll be about maybe 10 or 6, 7, 10 seconds. But that tells me Thurman needs to speed it up today.
I got you. That's right. Well, Shawnee again going to take first and second in the 200-meter or 200-yard free. What a great facility it is here at the YMCA. And, you know, I have to tell a story because as I walked in, first of all the swim moms were there. Everybody very friendly. You can tell first meet of the year, but, you know, the boosters doing their job. But then I walk around and the visiting students are getting ready, and I come around the corner, and there's the YMCA staff in the pool, in the kiddie pool, and there's like this 3-year-old that the staff member is just there hanging out with, getting the 3-year-old used to the water, and then the mom sitting off to the side. And those are the kind of things that are just so beautiful that when you see it, you just appreciate where you are.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate as a former aquatics director, that's actually the aquatics director in the water. So she's out there in the water doing a job. A lot of them might just sit in the office and sit back. She's out there teaching kids still and actually being impactful with what she's doing. So.
And tell us her name, do you know?
As Anna Rose in the water.
Fantastic. Great job. As into the pool now, it looks like the butterfly. Set us up, Troy.
Yeah, and we have the 200. Well, we have the 200-yard IM, which means they're swimming every stroke We have Ashley McDonald in lane 2 for Shawnee and Michaela Tinkle in lane 3 for Shawnee. We also have Elena Fan for Moore in lane 1 and Isabel Bowder for Westmore in lane 4.
Ashley McDaniel?
McDonald, like McDonald's.
Of course, she was part of that opening medley relay team victory.
And just a sophomore. Of course, her mom came and handed me this heat sheet. Her mom is incredible. She's one of the booster parents, and you know, she got me to do a sponsorship. She walks around. She goes to businesses. I mean, it's great to see the parent support, like you were saying earlier.
It is. Michaela came in 10th as well in the state meet in this, and Ashley comes in 5th at state.
And she's just a sophomore too, Ashley.
They're pushing it and well in front again, the Shawnee swimmers. Here competing against all the Moore schools. That would be Moore West, and Southmore. I always want to say sophomore.
Well, and it's just incredible to see where Shawnee is. I mean, It's not that these schools are not competing. It's just these Shawnee girls are incredible swimmers.
It's a beautiful thing to be. And, you know, it breeds championships. When you put the work in that these girls put in, everybody wants to work. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to win. When they get a taste of it and they see how it works. And I asked them earlier in the week, you know, what's the secret sauce? And they said there is no secret sauce. It's consistency and discipline.
Yeah.
It's be disciplined to be consistent in your workouts.
I think the secret sauce is Valerie Colburn.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about Valerie and what she means to Shawnee Swim.
Yeah, and Ashley's coming in first right now with Michaela right behind her for Shawnee first and second. But Valerie is just incredible. I think I talked about her a lot last time. I mean, she got, I think, coach of the region last year. You know, she shows up here every day, 2 hours, as well as for the Y Swim team. She volunteers her time, shows up here every day for that as well. And, you know, she's just disciplined with the kids. She holds them accountable, but she's also one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. So it's a very good combination of rough on the exterior, soft on the interior.
Agreed. She's really, talk about the epitome of consistency and of discipline. She doesn't miss, and she expects the best from her kids because she's giving her best every single day.
And she doesn't let them miss either.
Yeah.
She'll text me about it every day. If they
All right, now, who do we have in the pool now?
We have the 200-yard IM for the boys. We have Vincent Tash in lane 2 and Traden Rakestraw in lane 3, both Shawnee swimmers.
And what about their scores? How close are they together?
It looks like Vincent is on the sheet about 20 seconds faster. It looks like Traden is right with him, though. I know Traden is a junior and has been progressing pretty fast, so this might be a good showing to show how well he's progressed over the off-season as well.
Yeah, and Tash, a senior, I believe, correct?
Yes, Vincent Tash is a senior. I think he's been here all 4 years. Great kid. I see him working out there after swim practice, too, before he goes to his job. So I know he has commitment in everything he does as well. So.
Well, and he was a state placer in 2 different events, 8th in the fly and 4th in the 100 freestyle. So we know Tash has the ability, and that's what is on display here with the IM. Tell us about the IM and the difficulty that these swimmers face.
Yeah, the IM is the only race where they have to swim all 4 strokes, which is breaststroke, freestyle, butterfly, and backstroke. So a lot of swimmers can swim 2 or 3, but they can't swim them all. So when you have to swim them all, you have to be at least somewhat good at all of them. So I know I can't even do the butterfly one. So
you could practice it, though, and make it happen. Come on, Coach. All right. And come off the butterfly to the freestyle, and that's where we finish.
Yep, and that's their last one. And as you see, Vincent a little more experienced. He's getting a little bit out ahead of him. So that's kind of what that experience is, especially in this one.
Well, and talk about that a little bit. You really do have some nerves and some adrenaline when you hit that water off of the blocks.
Yep.
You've got to be able to taper that in.
Yep, and that's where it's come from, where you have all these kids that have been in Y swim teams since they were 5. They're so used to it.
Yeah.
So when you have kids joining in high school or middle school, it takes a lot to jump in that water, and you have to do it right at the buzzer too. Do your flip turns on the wall right as they should be. So that just takes doing it for so long.
So the 200-meter individual medley, Vincent Tash, the winner, Trayden Rakestar, comes in second. And next up is going to be the girls' 50-yard free. There are 6 heats of that. So we're going to go, I'm looking at heat 2.
As no, yeah.
Let's see what I got. So we're here?
Yep.
Okay. Coming into the pool for Shawnee, tell us, Troy.
Looks like we have Vanessa Nesbitt for Moore, Delaney Uranga for Shawnee, Harley Bullard for Shawnee, and that is the only 3. So Shawnee's in lanes 2 and 3 here.
Very good. So we watched the 50 for these girls, and
we got some new swimmers.
They are.
And this is where you start. So.
And in front of a big crowd, it's got to feel good for them. As they're just going to go 2 laps, and then we're going to go to a break because the next few heats have mostly all more swimmers all the way until we get down to the finals. So we'll take this opportunity for a break. You're watching Shawnee High School Swim on ShawneeCTV. Together we're building community one season at a time. Casterkey Tire and Alignment. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience. Tires, alignments, front-end parts, and brakes installed. Check them out on Facebook. Casterkey Tire and Alignment.
Play It Again Sports, where we buy your gently used sporting goods for cash. We give this award out once a month. The award doesn't go just to the greatest athlete or to the greatest student. It goes to the greatest person.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
Downtown Auto Body works for you with your insurance company to reduce your hassles. Downtown Auto Body is on your side to get your vehicle repaired as it should be, back at top condition. Trust Downtown Auto Body, Main Street, Shawnee. As we come back, heat 5 of 6 finishing up here, and Troy, we're going to see one of the best in the state about to hit the pool. No, we're going to see the best in the state.
Well, we're going to see 2 of the best, and the best.
So tell us who they are.
So we have Piper McNeil in lane 2 and Grayson Simpson in lane 3. We also have Isabel Little for Westmore in lane 1 and Mackenzie Thetford for Moore in lane 4.
So talk a little bit about Grayson. She's just a sophomore, but she came on so well as a freshman. I really liked her winner mentality, even being so young.
Yeah, well, and she's one of the best, and that's the thing is when you look at Piper in the pool, she's incredible, but on a normal day, Grayson's probably the best one in the pool too. So they might finish 1 and 2 in the state meet.
Good turn for McNeil as you see Simpson right next to her. And how exciting is that for Grayson to have somebody like Piper every day to be competing against?
Yeah, that's incredible. And you see Piper get first, Grayson get second. But, you know, Grayson probably never feels bad because when she's right there with one of the best, that says something about her too.
So for the next event in succession, the Lady Wolves have been 1 and 2 in every event.
That's incredible.
It's beautiful to watch. it's fun to come see Shawnee High School swim. They're going to be back here at the YMCA 1 week from tonight, and that is going to be the 17th as they compete again here at the YMCA. We'll bring it to you right here on ShawneeCTV, all of our platforms. But come on down and support Shawnee High School swim. And you talked a little bit. They went around and got some business support as well. Talk about that.
Yeah, I know all the swimmers go around. They bring around posters, all of that stuff. But even, like I said, the moms, everything like that, they'll come find you,
Yeah.
find you, get you to help out with the swim team. And, I mean, it's a good thing. So, of course, my business is supporting them this year, and I'm glad I can do that now. I'm on the other side of this type of thing now that I'm on the other side of a business aspect. But I, encourage other small businesses. It's always good to support these local teams.
Yeah.
Give them some money, help them get their caps, their attire, their equipment, because they need it, and that helps them be competitive as well.
And it helps feed the teams as well, in the sense of when they travel and those kind of things. There's a lot of ways in which your support helps these kids and help the coaches. And don't think that they're out there just looking for money. They're out there and they're at every meet. The hours, I mean, literally hundreds of hours in a season put in by the parents as well, just trying to support the kids.
Yeah, and that's incredible for those parents too. I mean, to be here, supporting the kids, going and getting, sponsorships from businesses. I mean, that just shows the commitment to Shawnee Swimming. And I support Shawnee Swimming more than, of course, some of the other sports, but I know other sports are the same way where, you can't do it without those parent support and business support and community support. So that's a big thing with the swim team.
Very much so. So 2 races down. Heat 1, who we watched from Moore, both of them was Chase Muncie Corpus and Alex Purcell. The second heat was Jackson Teal, Kyle Pachankis, and Elisha Percy. Now we have a Shawnee swimmer coming in. Troy, set us up here.
Yeah, and we have Galen Hardman, and she's in lane 1, or he's in lane 1, I apologize. And then we have Caden Fisk for Moore in lane 2, Logan Kretschmer for Southmore in lane 3, and Braden Thresher for Moore in lane 4.
And all of these guys pretty much within a half second of one another in lanes 1, 2, and 3. And it looks like Shawnee is pushing it, Galen, even though he's in lane 1. It's going to be a tight finish.
And I couldn't tell. It looked like he might have got first or second. I couldn't tell.
I could not either.
But I think he is a first-year swimmer, too. I do not recognize the name, so he is just getting started as well.
Congratulations to Galen Hardiman. Job well done. Just a sophomore. As now we go to Heat 4 of 4, and here we have a couple of Shawnee kids.
Yeah, we have Cayman Williams-Hurd in lane 1 and Nathaniel Burris in lane 2 for Shawnee. And these are 2 new swimmers as well, so all 3 boys are new swimmers this year.
Tell us who's from Moore.
We got Jack Keller in lane 3 from Westmore and Camden Purcell for Southmore in lane 4.
And this is Nathaniel's first race as a Shawnee Wolf.
And looks like he's going to win it. It's impressive.
Good addition. He's a newcomer transfer from the Harrah School District, so I'm sure he was swimming over there at their facilities. But how great it is to have somebody like him move in for the boys, as that'll help the team who finished 4th last year push for a title.
Yeah, looks like Valerie's using some transfer portal.
That's right. That's right.
He's going out and getting them.
No holds bar. All right, so Shawnee comes in first. And I didn't see where Cameron finished, but we did win, and that's the first race we did not come for second.
Yep.
In. So next is going to be the girls' 100-yard butterfly, it looks like. And we're going to take a minute and go to break, and we will be back. You're watching. Are they stepping up there? No, you're watching Shawnee High School Swim on ShawneeCTV.
Honey, Get me GI help for my belly.
Yeah, I need some GI help.
Not that kind of GI.
No wait. Appointments now for belly problems at Triad Complete Healthcare. Every detail tells a story, every sparkle a memory waiting to be made. At Elle's Jewelry, timeless craftsmanship meets modern elegance, designed for life's most precious moments. Elle's Jewelry is Shawnee's friendly jeweler. Castor Key Tire and Alignment. Local, family-owned business with over 40 years of experience. Tires, alignments, front-end parts, and brakes installed. Check them out on Facebook. Castor Key Tire and Alignment. Stewart and Clover Attorneys and Title Company exists to help people. It really is that simple. Whether you have personal or business legal questions or need help navigating land title issues, Stewart and Clover is big enough to solve problems, small enough to care.
As we come back, we are set for that butterfly. Tell us, Troy.
And we got Michaela Tinkle in lane 2 for Shawnee and Clara Timmons in lane 3 for Shawnee. And I think the Moore is gone today, so I don't see a third one.
Yeah, so that was throwing us off just a little bit, as these two girls are hundredths of a second apart in their qualifying times.
And one of the hardest strokes, the butterfly. It's difficult to do even just for a little bit, and Clara and Michaela are two of the best at it, so right nail and nail with each other. And I will tell you, Clara Timmons is the author of the first Flaming Tortoise drawing.
Oh, really?
She created that drawing.
Very good. That is a claim to fame. There is a push to bring that back, I think.
Is there? Is it by me?
I think they've gotten a lawyer involved. As we finish first and second.
Looks like Clara comes in first and Michaela comes in second.
Good job, girls. And now coming up for the boys' 100-yard, it looks like we're going to have a couple. And the first will not include any Shawnee swimmers. Is that what I'm reading there, Troy?
Yeah, it looks like we have Jack Keller from Westmore and Logan Kretschmar from Southmore in this first heat.
So we apologize to those families, but we're going to take this opportunity to go to a break. You're watching Wolves Swimming on ShawneeCTV.
Connecting patients to convenient, compassionate care in our community, that is First Med. A couple of things that you guys do that you specialize in. Let's talk about workman's comp.
Yes,
for a moment.
yeah, that's a huge part of what we do here that a lot of people don't know about. We have contracts with many employers, and we do drug testing, alcohol testing, pre-employment screenings. We also do workers' comp, so if someone gets injured on the job and needs stitches, staples, break a bone, then we can absolutely see them and they cannot go to the emergency room.
Another aspect, you guys do all sorts of physicals. You mentioned physicals, but it's not just sports physicals. There's all kinds of physicals.
Yeah, so we also do Department of Transportation physicals. We do the FAA physicals and a few others as well.
Well, your equipment is amazing. Talk a little bit about the equipment that's here.
Yeah, so we have the ability to do a push-pull test. We can do a lift and carry test. We can do eye tests. We can do also the hand grip test. That one's pretty difficult. I learned that the hard way.
It looked like you were having a great time doing it. And then all kinds of like blood work and different things.
Sure.
No matter what the care is, as long as it's not life-threatening, you guys can handle it.
Yes, we can.
So what's the difference between an emergency room and an urgent care?
Sure, so we can handle almost anything that isn't directly life-threatening immediately.
And what if it's a broken bone or something? Can you guys handle that?
Sure we can. We also have x-ray machines as well, so we can look at it and observe it, then we can also take care of it and do a little bit of care.
Connecting our community with convenient, compassionate care?
Yes.
That's what you guys do.
It is what we do.
We are back. Troy, who's in the pool?
We got Adam Stone for Westmore in lane 1, Ethan Aller for Shawnee in lane 2, and Vincent Tash for Shawnee in lane 3.
So lane 2 and lane 3, both Shawnee swimmers, both of them placed at state in this event last year.
Yeah, and both seniors really good at this event, top competitors for state. So hopefully we see them getting that top 5 at least in state. But 2 of their best swimmers, they've both been here for a while now.
So they're coming back. Tash is going to have to work it to catch up.
We got Ethan in the pink hat. I don't know where that came from.
Vincent a bit sluggish as Ethan finishes first. And the Wolves with another victory, this one in the 100-meter butterfly.
And I think that shows how hard that race is. Sometimes it's just you get tired and you get worn out.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you can't get disqualified. You have to do it correctly as well. So
yeah, I was hearing a little bit of that this week at Scuttlebutt in the hallway, waiting with the swimmers, and they talk. So you just try to listen. But they were talking about some different things that got DQ'd. Yeah. I guess at the Hera meet recently, or at the meet they had last weekend.
Yeah.
So
and that's why it's better to finish than get disqualified, even if it's you still get points if you finish. So
good. All right, stepping up there. What do we got going into the pool now?
We are moving to the 100-yard freestyle with the girls. We got Harley Bullard for Shawnee in lane 1 and Dela Uranga in Shawnee for lane 3. And then we have Ashley Nicely for Moore in lane, or we should have Ashley Nicely, but I did not see her there today.
Well, and these girls, again, working hard. They're newcomers to the sport as Uranga and Bullard for the Lady Wolves working it.
I want to say they might be volleyball players. I know Valerie got a few from the volleyball team.
Yep. Delaney, I've known Delaney for a while, just a sweet girl, and she is a volleyball player as well. I'm not sure about Harley. Delaney, a senior, Harley, just a sophomore, so it's good to see him working.
Yep. And I will point out someone who came back, Trent Ogden, is now helping Shawnee coach, which is pretty cool.
That is great.
One of the top competitors for the boys for a long time, so helping Bob and Valerie.
Very good. As it looks like our 2, this is going to be another one that we finish 1 and 2, and it gives us opportunity again to say thank you to our sponsors. And I know sometimes this seems tiresome, but there's a lot that we need to get through because these are the people that help bring Shawnee High School sports to you. We'll be back in a moment.
At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. A genuinely local atmosphere. The Oliver family has more than 70 years as butchers with Hardesty. If you're in Shawnee, you gotta stop at Hardesty Deli. Charlotte Barnett has insured regional business with commercial policies for over 40 years. If you want to get the best commercial insurance coverage while working with a commercial insurance expert, call Charlotte's Ford Insurance Agency now for a quote. Great prices sell cars, and Castricke Auto Mart truly understands that principle. Straightforward pricing with no gimmicks. Located on the corner of Harrison and Jefferson for over 40 years, shop at the lot or online. Castricke Auto Mart. They're good people.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
We are back at the Shawnee Family YMCA, home of the Shawnee High School swim team. And I am with Troy Officer. Troy, you were a longtime coach right here at this YMCA. What a great facility for our community.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's for Shawnee, a smaller community. It's a fantastic pool, big slide, lazy river, 4 or 5 lane pool, and then you got all the basketball gym. As I was telling you, they're remodeling the fitness floor, it looks like, today as well. So
a lot of good things happening. As I believe we're at heat 3 of 4. These are all more schools, so I'll go ahead and shout them off for them, Troy. It looks like Macy Pinnell in lane 1, Alicia Sheps in lane 2, Shelby Kerbo in lane 3, and Cadence Long Torres in lane 4. And talking about the YMCA recent trip I was on, got to go through Edwardsville, and we were able to talk with the old CEO, the one who you worked with, Brandon Bell.
I saw that. Yeah, I'm excited you got to see him because he's horrible at messaging back.
Well, Brandon may be watching. He's actually a pretty good follower as well of Shawnee High School sports.
I would be happy for him to hear that. Now, Brandon Bell is, and he's one of my mentors. I would not be where I was at right now without Brandon. I mean, he's a huge mentor to me. I mean, he did things for this Y that, I mean, I'm not going to disparage anyone, past or future, but the best I've ever seen. I mean, he's just a community-oriented person, as well as just a soft person to help out his staff, everything like that. So, I mean, I could not say anything negative about Brandon Bell. He did so many great things for this community.
Yeah, and and that would be even if you were searching for something negative, and that's what it is about Brandon, is that the way in which he portrays himself is Brandon Bell. He's not going to put on any kind of face for anybody. He's who he is. He's willing to learn from everybody and through every situation, but he also brings an acumen of professionalism and very intelligent about just about any topic that you bring up with him concerning things around fitness or around a YMCA or how to handle a staff. As now we come in to the final heat, and I know we have some 2 all-stars here. Tell us who we have.
Yeah, we have Grayson Simpson in lane 2, Natalie Selman in lane 3.
So Grayson, a sophomore, in lane 2, Selman, a senior, in lane 3. Both of these high finishers, all-state performers last year.
Yeah, and this shows you, of course, Natalie is a fantastic swimmer as a senior, and we have Grayson ahead, so that shows you how great Piper is as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Natalie Selman last year at the state meet swam this for the girls, and she was 4th in the state.
Yep.
And she is now chasing her sophomore teammate down the final lap.
Yep. It looks like they're going to finish 1st and 2nd. Grayson, well, I'm not sure. I think she got him by a little bit.
Yeah, Grayson looks like she taps first, and the Lady Wolves again go 1-2 in the 100 free. And by 1-2, I mean they have gone 1-2 in every event so far in this meet.
They do that a lot. They're
All right, now we're going to see it for the boys. The 100-yard freestyle. Both more contestants here. We'll stay right here. Chase Corpus Muncie and Alex Pershall are the 2 swimmers in the pool. But yes, even this facility, Brandon did so much. Brandon Bell, we're back on that topic. He
loves to hear it. No, I'm just
he did so much to help the atmosphere of the Y coming in. He ended up setting record membership numbers with his staff.
Yeah.
You being a part of that, building up the swim, the swim following, and what you were doing with lessons and all of that played a big part.
Well, and he wasn't afraid to let his staff succeed. So I think that was a big thing. Is whenever I had an idea like the flaming tortoises or something silly like that, it was go try it. And we moved the swim team from about 10 kids to 80 kids in 1 year. The swim lessons were triple in number, revenues were triple in number every year. So at every step, he was just letting his staff succeed as sports director, aquatics director, and he would sit there and talk with you every day about what you needed and what you needed to do to succeed. And like you said, extremely intelligent, and he didn't make him seem like he was smarter than you, but the ideas he had, 24/7 access, stuff like that we all maybe doubted a little bit, at least some of us, were incredibly successful. So
yeah, he brought that enlightenment with him, and this of course was his launching pad too, as this is a great community to support. He had a lot of community support here. His wife Miriam doing a great job with health and fitness in the community as well. She did a lot of different things. they were just a joy to have. So a shout out to Brandon, and the reason that was Brandon Bell 10 minutes was because I just visited Brandon up in Illinois, and if you didn't see that interview, go take a look at the guy that we were talking about. And now into the pool comes some Shawnee High School swimmers, I believe.
I believe we have Galen Hardman in lane 3, so she will be the sole Shawnee swimmer in this race. Or I apologize, that'll be he.
And Galen is a sophomore for Shawnee, and let's see how he does here.
Looks like we have Camden Purcell for sophomore in 1, and we have Galen for Shawnee in second place, catching up with them. It looks like Galen's going to come in a little bit close in second place, and that's a new swimmer though, so just getting started, doing pretty well.
Yep, and good sportsmanship there. Bumping fists with his competitor. And that's another thing that I like about this swim team. Just the atmosphere that they create here is definitely a sportsman's atmosphere.
Yeah, and Valerie wouldn't let him do anything else, and Bob.
All right, here we go into the finals, and here we get our first look at Nathaniel Burris in an event like this, 100-yard freestyle, jumping out there.
Yep, and then we got Thurman Lee again in lane 2.
Who is one of the best in the state, and he should run away with this.
They are all right by each other, so pretty close.
On the first turn, right?
See if Thurman can kick it in like he did last time.
And at state last year, it was actually Vincent Tash who competed in this event, not Thurman. And Vincent was 4th in the state. Thurman in the 200, he placed very high, and in the 500 was just 2nd in the state. So that was your number on that long distance.
Yeah.
But here you see him pulling away, and Nathaniel putting in a good effort, coming in close for 3rd on the wall.
Looks like he got 3rd, so we got 1st and 3rd in that heat.
Very good. So the Wolves stacking up some more points. And now we're going to move over to the 500-yard free. And the freshman, another Aller, Jackson Aller, stepping into the pool for the Wolves.
Yeah, we're going to have the girls coming up first. So we got the other Aller. We got the Emma Aller for Shawnee in lane 3, and then Clara Timmons for Shawnee in lane 2.
And this is the long one, in the sense of this is like the 1,600 meter for the track.
Yeah, they're going to go down and back 10 times, so it's quite a bit.
So it's 20 laps of the pool. Yeah. That's a complete workout.
For some people, that's all they do, and they're done.
That's right.
For most people.
That's what I was thinking. 20 laps. Wait a second. Swimming's a great way, though, to keep yourself in shape, isn't it? That's one of the lifetime sports that we talk about, swimming, Troy.
Yeah, and I know I try to get in there as much as I can. You know, Valerie gets there and swims, too, a few miles every few days. And you see some of these people who maybe were athletes in their time, and sometimes you have different joint ailments, other things like that, where you might not be able to run, but you can get in the pool and do a lot of laps. So it is a sport and activity that most people can do no matter what their condition is.
And when you say swim a couple of miles, I mean, that sounds pretty intimidating. In a pool like this, how many laps does that take?
So I think it's around 32 to 35, if I'm thinking about it right, to do
a mile.
And that's down and back. So 32 down and back to do a mile. So Valerie's doing 60 to 70, so down and back. So that's 120 links.
That is crazy.
and she gets mad if she doesn't.
If she doesn't do it. Well, that's part of the discipline factor, and that's why you know great coaches by their teams. A lot of the teams are simply emulating the coach.
Yep, and I think that's where Valerie comes in. I mean, when you have someone who's actually in the water swimming, that's different because some coaches don't get in the water and swim. They just teach it, which isn't bad, but when you have a coach in the water, they're out there dedicating themselves out there to it too.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, and what I was going to say, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, there are many on this team that can go out and swim 130 lengths of this pool, but to know that your coach is doing that means that's just like a baseline.
Yep.
Rather than something that you've accomplished. It's like I go out and I do that 3 times a week.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so as a coach of high school kids who are young adults, that places the bar at a level that not every team gets to look at.
Yep, and we're not going to put an age on Valerie, but it's impressive she's doing it still.
Understood.
Yeah. She's out there doing more than 99% of all people could do, so.
Yes, agreed. And again, that's part of the quiet strength that you talked about with Valerie as a coach. She's got that wall where you know she's all business, but then very soft in her her consideration for her athletes.
Yep, and that's why she will push them, and some of them, including Trent, like I said, who's here, maybe didn't enjoy the coaching while he was here.
Right.
But when they come back, they say, "Man, I was just immature." They say she pushed us and she did what we needed, basically. So, sometimes you don't like it when you're in it, but you understand later down the road that she was pushing you and she cared about you, and that's why she did it. So that's that hard exterior but soft interior. So
I don't see the signs in the water. Can you see those signs? I'm not sure what lap we're on, Troy.
Looks like we might be about halfway through. So.
And again, we have Clara Timmons that we are watching in lane 2, a junior for Shawnee, and she has the best time so far this year in this heat of the swimmers in the pool. And Emma Aller, also a junior, coming in just about 8 seconds behind her, and that's not that far in a heat like this.
Well, and it's cool, as you were saying, Jackson's coming up we have 3 Allers in the pool for Shawnee today. And they've been with the Y swim team for a while. I think the mom is also the president, I believe, or she's one of the big people on the swim team booster. So the Allers come in packs, I think.
Yes. That's wonderful to see. The whole family can get out and enjoy that.
Well, and as you were saying, Valerie's, she's recruited people like Piper, who brought Bob McNeil with her to help coach now, and she's recruited another swimmer of hers, Trent, as well. So just to her bringing all these people with her is pretty cool.
Well, and it was around your time, right, that one of your lifeguards actually said to Piper, "Hey, you could be a pretty good swimmer." I think that's how the story goes. She just came because her mom swam and was practicing for like a mini triathlon or something.
Yeah.
And one of the lifeguards who was on the high school team at that time, I believe, said, "Have you ever thought about being on the swim team?"
And that's how it gets started. And it looks like we're hearing the cowbells, which means that's the last lap for them. And Clara's coming in first, and Emma's not too far behind her.
Well, and so in the 100-meter medley, you were talking about Coach Ogden now. He's actually one of the record holders with a time of 1:41.96 over there.
Yeah.
So you bring back a record holder, and again, now that just adds the clout to your staff that says to a swimmer, "Oh, I want to try to beat that."
Well, and I pointed him out because, Trent is one of those kids. He worked for me as a lifeguard. He was a little rowdy every now and then for Valerie while I was here. And, now he's out there working out 2 hours a day, joining the firefighter academy. I mean, that just shows how these kids are disciplined. They go and do great things because of people like Valerie and Bob who coach them well and send them off in the right way.
Well, and so it's interesting when you look down that wall of fame, the records for all the swim team. That's really kind of fun to watch and fun to see. I always take a new peek at that when I go to the PAC where they have the basketball records and stuff. So it's good to see the Shawnee High School board that has all the records up there for those record holders.
Yeah, and that's pretty new. I know it wasn't here when I first started, but it's always good for them to strive for something. I know a lot of the swimmers, they point to that and say, well, I'm only 2 seconds from it, so it's something for them to look at and strive for.
All right, so Shawnee finishing well again, and this in the longest race of the day for the girls. And we will get the boys up after the final swimmer comes through. So for the guys, I know Lee was talking about wanting to be on that board, and he is on that board for this event.
The 500, yeah. And it's odd to not see him in it. I don't know if he's not doing it or just not at this meet, because he is the record holder. So I assume he'll be back in it, but I guess we'll see.
And what's interesting is we look at that, and then we go over to the girls' side, and that is held by Piper. And she, in this event, is just 4 seconds off the boys' record.
Yeah. Well, and I look at the board, and you just panned it on your phone, and I started laughing because...
Yeah, I hide that. We don't need to talk about it. Let them come in and see that. Oh, man.
It's an incredible athlete.
Yeah. So tell us who's in the pool.
Yeah, we got the second Aller, a freshman, Jackson Aller, in lane 2, and then we have Chakota Castleberry for sophomore in lane 3. So it looks like this is his first meet probably, and pretty decent time as well for a freshman.
Yeah. And it'll be a battle, and it's going to be fun if maybe Jackson can pull it out for the guys.
Yeah, and he's been on the swim team for a while, so this isn't his first meet, of course, but that's a great time for a freshman. So.
Well, and it looks like he's very easy in the pool, though he's chasing right now. He looks like he's doing well on his breathing, and it looks like he's got a very fine pace for himself.
Yeah, but that's an impressive start for him. So, but he on the 500, that's a thing for a freshman though. They have to manage their time. So, of course, don't start off too fast. You want to make sure you can hold steady for that entire time.
Well, Castleberry, it is Chakota Castleberry. He's a senior in the pool, so it's a freshman from Shawnee who right now has a half pool lead, perhaps, over the senior.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can hold that. So.
That's right. We'll see about that. But, of course, I mean, we talk about coaching. That's one of the things that you can use from a coaching standpoint if it wasn't to hold up and point that out.
Yeah, so if he does fall behind, now he knows what to do next time.
Right.
So it's always a learning experience. Thank you. It'll be interesting to see with NRC if they form a swim team too.
Yeah, that is true. It'd be interesting. And I haven't heard any scuttlebutt about that. How about you?
I have not. I guess they don't want to mess with Valerie's flow right now.
Understood. Well, I know back in the day, years ago, kids, if their school did not offer a swim team, they were allowed to come and be a part of the Shawnee swim team somehow, however that worked.
And I did like that because that allowed those kids who wanted to swim to be able to swim without having to find a new school or do something different. So I know that's harmed a few swimmers that are on the Y swim team, so I wish that was an option for them, but I understand there's probably different rules.
Full length of the pool lead now for the freshman. That's Jackson Aller in the close lane to us, as you see the swimmers crossing there. So let's talk a little bit just about how dominant Piper McNeil is. She is one of our own, so we might as well talk about that. But, of course, the girls were 5A state champions. Piper herself, state champion in the 100 backstroke. She set the state record. Now, that is where her best event is, correct?
Yes, that has always been her best event. So I don't think that's changed. I think backstroke has always been probably her best event, although she's great at all of them.
Right. And so that's when she goes, and I understand that she was one of, if not the youngest member to go into the training for the Olympics, in the sense of not full-fledged training, but the competition. She was invited to come to try out to be one of the athletes to represent our country at the Olympics, and it was in that event.
Yeah, and that's very cool. I mean, like I said, it seems like everything she does, she sets the state record, and that was in Y swimming too. Every time she had an event, she set the state record, and now she's doing it in high school as well. So,
well, in talking about that 200 free, she was the state champion, set the state record. 100, we talked about the 100 back. The 100 free, she wins, and she ties the state record.
Yeah, so she underachieved, but she needed to set it.
What was going on? She was the Oklahoma Prep Female Athlete of the Year. Yeah. So that's not the Swimmer of the Year, which she was.
Yep.
That is the Female Athlete of the Year as a junior.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Swimmer of the Year, of course. She was an All-American, and as you mentioned, she now goes to a top institution, a top university in the country. The Missouri Tigers have welcomed her as a signer.
Yeah, and that was her choice. I mean, I saw her at Texas A&M games, Auburn games. I mean, people were bringing her out onto the field to get her to come there. So, I mean, she had a choice of pretty much most schools that were available. So, I mean, that just shows how good she is. And these are state records, so they're not, year records. These are records that have been held for a long time, and she's breaking them. So, that's incredible.
That is a beautiful thing, and it's such a special pleasure when you're able to cover an athlete, a special generational athlete like Piper McNeil here for Shawnee Swim.
It's been Jackson just came in first and did it by a full lap, so that's impressive for the freshman.
Yeah, congratulations, Jackson. We talked about him looking smooth, even early on. He was able to hold on and finish strong.
Good for him. That's that Y experience.
That's right, Coach. Getting them in the water young. But we don't joke about that. How important is it that the kids get in the pool young?
Yeah, I think we talked about that, just getting them used to jumping in, getting them used to those turns, the meet pressure of having people around you. So you can't do that from anything else, even from other sports. You don't get that atmosphere.
So the 200-meter or 200-yard freestyle relay coming up. And last year, of course, the girls win it at state. That's where they can really rack up some points at the state meet, isn't it, is through the relay and winning the relays.
Yeah, and I believe that's 40 points for first place. So that's a big deal when you win the relays. Of course, like we discussed, that's a huge deal when you get disqualified because you lose all 40 of those points or all 30 of those points. So they have to swim it well, and they also have to swim it without doing anything that could disqualify them.
Well, and Natalie, we want to give a shout-out, but Natalie Davis, of course, was a key member of all of the relays that won the 4 state championships, and she also has committed. William and Jewell University, so high up there and ready to do some great things.
Yeah, that's good for her. I didn't know that.
Congratulations, Natalie. Now in the pool, I'm not sure what we're rolling through, to be honest with you. It is a Shawnee swimmer out there. I did not see another. Well, she's doing the medley.
Yeah, I think she's just warming up a little bit. I think they're getting ready for the relay.
So we are probably in the overall break for the schools. The swimmers get a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, I think that's actually Piper in the pool, maybe.
So everybody just waits.
You got to wait on Piper. We have her father coming over here.
That'll be good. Maybe he'll stop in, say hello while we're at a break. We'll see if he makes it all the way over here. He's kind of a popular guy. Oh, Bob.
Likes to talk to everyone.
Yep. Come over. And
got the visor on and polo.
We'll see.
He's looking at the rain right now.
Yeah, that's right. But he's getting close. What's going on, Bob?
How are you, sir?
Good. We're gonna put a headphone on you.
You want me to put
Troy?
one?
Yeah, let me steal your headphone real quick, Troy. Put this on, Bob.
Can I have a chair?
No.
You're not going to see me on TV.
No.
Do live you'll have to speak with my attorney.
Yeah. Oh, quit it. We are live. We're waiting for you live. We're inviting you in, Bob. Come on. You didn't know, did you, my friend?
I did not, Daniel. Thank you for having me, and thank ShawneeCTV for coming out for another meet. We always enjoy your broadcasts, especially started back in COVID. That really was the only way parents could really get to see things at that point.
Well, you know it's a privilege to do what we do, and you feel like it as well. I know, coaching a team like this, that you've put many, many years into this, Bob. You and Valerie. Talk a little bit about your head coach and what somebody like Valerie means to a program like Shawnee Swim.
Without Valerie, there wouldn't actually be the team. She is also the YMCA coach, so kind of that's where everything filters and starts at. You get them their basics, their technique. Then by the time they get into middle school, junior high, high school, we're not teaching beginners. It's not swim lessons. It's swim teams, so they jump in the water ready to go. It's great.
And so talk a little bit about that, because you bring to the table, you have your own wonderful career early in your life through athletics and through other things. And there was something that you mentioned while the team was around at the hall that really struck me. And talk about that, especially with your girls and boys athletes that you work with now. You talked about consistency and you talked about discipline. How important is that for the players in which you coach?
Well, a lot of people get discipline confused. They think discipline, I'm doing right or I'm doing wrong. Discipline is how committed you are to your sport, what you do every single day. Are you disciplined to get up in the morning? Are you disciplined to get to the weight room in the morning? Do you do your cardio? Do you do your stretching? That is the discipline daily that it takes, and honestly, that's why our boys and girls have had such great success the last few years.
And they really have. Last year you had Piper's class, who had some really great swimmers in that class, but last year you had an influx of a few freshmen that really helped. And we've seen today Gracie Simpson just jumping in there and doing very well, excelling now as a sophomore. Talk about those underclassmen a little bit and how important they have been to take up the slack you need, because you don't have a lot of numbers on your swim team.
No, and there was a time when Natalie, Piper, back when we had Eva, they were the underclassmen. Mm-hmm. You know, the seniors take them under their wing. And to be honest with you, at that point, the younger kids were pushing the older kids. Now, the older kids, Piper, Natalie, Michaela, they're the older kids. They've helped Grayson, Ashley, Emma, Clara, Tennille is another new one on this year. Mm-hmm. We feel very confident with the girls this year. Every single girl that scored points at state is back again, plus 4 new ones. So that going in this year, you're kind of like, Okay, this is what we have to work with. This is nice.
This is going to be exciting.
Nice.
And I was working to that trio that you were talking about, the senior class. There's Piper, there's Natalie, and there's Michaela up there. You really need people like that to be able to do what your swim team has been able to accomplish. Talk about your seniors.
Well, even our boys team gets the benefit of having great girls too.
Understood.
There's very few boys teams that have the caliber of girls to train with on a day in and day out basis. It's not just, hey, our guys going against each other. We line you up. Whoever's the fastest, that's who's in that lane. We don't care if you're a boy or a girl. You're training against each other, and for the guys' sake, it's a little bit of their ego.
Yeah.
Do you want to lose?
I understand that.
It's a great atmosphere. It really is. Training-wise, the girls have all had great success. Natalie has been part of state championship relays for 4 years. Michaela is new for 2 years. Piper's been on state championship relays for 4 years. So it's always nice for the young girls, whether it's going to be Grayson, whether it's Ashley, Tennille, whoever. They've got the older kids that have already been there, done that. It's easy for them. We just got to follow the seniors.
And so when you say Natalie, I think I made a mistake because I didn't understand that note. Davis Selman.
Yes.
That makes so much more sense to me because I've read that and then I thought, I guess I have to throw that out there. I do not know what we're talking about here, but that was Natalie Selman that we were talking about.
There will
4 years in a row, part of the state championship relay teams, and Natalie Davis Selman is the one who is going to William and Jewel.
William and Jewel, correct. Okay. She does her last official visit this weekend, and we will do a big, neat signing like we had for Piper. She'll get her final paperwork this weekend, hopefully, and we can have her signing coming up very quickly. And also, there will be an announcement. Just kind of teaser here.
Come on now.
We will explain the whole Natalie Davis Selman here in a few weeks. How's that?
Okay, that sounds cool to me, but an apology goes out to to Natalie in particular. Such a sweet, sweet heart. I've been able to spend some time with Natalie doing interviews and different things, and she is just a wonderful individual. Congratulations, Natalie Davis Selman. Bob, thanks for your time, man. The swimmers are getting back into the water. So I know you got work to do, and we certainly appreciate the work you put in along with Valerie and all the girls.
Well,
Thanks
Daniel,
a lot, man.
Thank you for having me on. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. All right, always good to talk with a McNeil, no matter which one that you're talking to, actually. As we are back now, and this is the 200-meter free relay. Shawnee girls expected to take this, as they have gone 1-2 in every event so far today. In the pool for Shawnee, those are the only four I have names for. Piper McNeil was our first swimmer. Ashley McDonald, is the second swimmer. Natalie Selman Davis, the third, and coming home right now is Grayson Simpson. So the girls again with another victory, as the others in the pool finishing up, and we will wait on their finish. Bob's always fun to have.
Yeah, no, Bob's a good guy. I talked to a few swimmers. They wanted me to make sure their PR was good, and we were saying good things about them.
Okay, so you better get after it then, 'cause we've only been blasting everybody so far. Now, doesn't Lee have an older brother too that swam? Or not?
He had. I know he had a few sisters. I think he had
Okay.
one brother too. Yeah, so they've had about. I think they've had about 6 or 7 total.
Yeah.
He was the one, so you called it. That was the one who you wanted to talk about his PR, and
Yeah.
you brought him up.
Fantastic. The record holder. Well, did you tell him that we could have talked about him a lot more if he would have swam his event?
I know. That's why I told him. He
Yeah.
didn't have an answer for me, so I don't know what about that is.
You know those superstar athletes. They just tell you what to do. They don't answer a lot to you.
And Bob told me he wanted a better NIL deal for appearances. He wants to make sure he's getting at least 10,000 per appearance. So.
Oh, I gave him at least 10,000 moments. What do you mean? That's the lawyer in you, Troy. I think he probably said 5,000. He said, okay.
Negotiate that up a little bit.
All right. Who do we have in the pool now?
We have Traden Rakestraw in first, and then we have Jackson Aller, Cayman Williams-Hurd, and Nathaniel Burris for Shawnee.
And in lane 3 is going to be the team from Southmore.
And Bob was talking about Nathaniel transferring over, and then I think he dropped about 15 seconds, Bob said, or a huge number. So
wow.
I don't know if that's their coaching or but he
well, since coming over,
yeah,
he has dropped 15 seconds from his PR.
He dropped a huge time. I forget what Bob said, but a huge time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So into the pool comes Cameron. The boys pushing their lead, widening it out. "200-yard freestyle relay."
And we have Nathaniel coming in to be the anchor.
Well, one thing's for certain. I'm sure he didn't drop 15 seconds off of his 50 free in this race.
If he did that, he would be a state winner this year.
Oh, he'd be an Olympian as well. Okay.
Looks like he will win it for Shawnee, about a lap length ahead.
Up next is going to be the girls' 100-yard backstroke. And we're going to be able to see a young Shawnee swimmer. That's going to be Jacelyn Schatz. Did I say that right?
That's a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Valerie said this is one of the fastest swim meets she's ever seen, trying to beat the weather. She told me.
Yeah, as we walked in, she was saying we might have to start early, which of course we are ready for. And she mentioned lightning, even though we're in an indoor facility, lightning outside cuts everything off.
Yep, and that's just a pool rule. I know some people hate it, but I understand it. That's a rule for every pool in the nation. Just when lightning strikes, you got to shut it down.
I have no problem with that. No problem whatsoever. So starting things off here, 100-yard backstroke. That's going to be 4 laps in the pool. And this a freshman swimmer for the Lady Wolves in lane 2, and that's Jadelyn Schatz.
And before we get done, I'd like to just give a shout out to you, Daniel, and ShawneeCTV, because I've seen you guys everywhere the past few months with NRC football, Shawnee football, and then just having me on and other people, local businesses on. ShawneeCTV is doing a lot of great things for the community, and I know you personally have done a lot of great things like Brandon Bell for me and getting connected with the community. So it's a great business and place to help represent Shawnee.
Well, Troy, I've always said it's a gift, and I believe it's a gift, and you're a great example of that gift. Without what we do, you and I never would have met back when you were trying to form the tortoises, and that's really when we met. And working with and through, your relationship with Brandon as your CEO at that time, and then being able to see what you were able to do with the kids and how we were able to help that, that's a gift. And each of us should walk in our gifts that have been bestowed upon us. So I certainly appreciate you saying that, but I want to give it right back to you, Troy Officer, to say that you're a great example of why we do what we do, and why we do what we do is successful, because we get to rub shoulders with the likes of you.
Yep, thank you.
So.
And Jocelyn just finished first. So
she did.
As a freshman, good for her.
It is awesome to see. And now back into the pool comes who?
We have Ashley Osborne for Southmore in lane 1, Ashley McDonald for Shawnee in lane 2, and then Tennille Kidd for Shawnee in lane 3.
So all three Shawnee.
We got one Southmore in lane 1, and then the other 2 are Shawnee. And Tennille is just a freshman. Ashley's just a sophomore, so they still got great swimmers throughout their years.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about Ashley today as one of those sophomore swimmers. Ashley accomplished at the state meet, comes in 5th in this event, actually, as a freshman.
Yeah. It looks like she will win this one, and Tennille, as a freshman, is right behind her, though, in 2nd.
And I love the stroke. They just have the stroke down. Their shoulders are rotating, it looks like, nicely.
Yep.
Head back. Really pulling themselves along.
It's a hard one, and then just floating itself.
Yeah.
Some people sink, so it's hard to even just float on your back sometimes.
Well, not only did Ashley place 5th All-State in the backstroke, she also placed 5th in the 200 IM, so a very talented swimmer.
Yeah.
Ashley McDonald. Yes, I said it right. Okay, so now we go over to the boys, and right off the bat we get Jackson Aller, the freshman who just won his heat. He's back for the Wolves, and he is going to be going against Elijah Piercy of Moore.
Yeah, and he's going out at this fast too. Surprised he's not tired.
The 500 showed me that this young man doesn't get tired.
Yeah, and he's moving.
He is moving. We were just talking about the stroke, and you can really tell some of the best in the backstroke is their head and shoulders seem to stay above the water, and you see the full rotation. Yeah. Jackson's got that going.
Yeah, and it's just kind of one movement after the next. It's just like robotic movement, and he's getting going. A little bit sloppy, but
yeah,
you learn that with more technique.
Right. So just a freshman.
Yeah. But we ain't gonna complain if you're winning by a length.
Yeah, exactly. And he should finish up here. The winner, Jackson Aller. Heat 2. We will have Heat 1 coming up now for the Wolves, and there we have Shawnee's fastest swimmer of the day in this event, but not the fastest swimmer in the gym of this event.
Yep.
We do have Nick Schaefer, a senior for Westmore, coming in under a minute.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad for him, yeah.
Not bad at all. So this might be the first event that Shawnee does not get the first place. We'll see.
Well, and you never know. Trayden's been improving a lot his height kills him, I think. He's got a lot of height difference between the other two. And we see his brother's actually lifeguarding over there. He's a former swimmer as well.
Yeah, the Rakestraw name is another one of those names that we've heard often.
Yeah, he shares a name with me too, so.
All right, off the turn, he's vying for second, which is nice to see. Working hard. And you talk about length. The Moore swimmer, Nick Schaefer, much taller. Tell us, why is that an advantage?
You know, I think it's one of those main advantages is just that arm length. So when they're able to bring that arm back and pull that much water, it makes a difference. And that's what you see in these backstrokes is that pull of that water. So you want to get as much water pulling back as possible. So when you got those longer arms and possibly bigger feet flippers as well,
yeah,
that makes a difference. I think they always said Michael Phelps had basically flippers on his feet.
Isn't that crazy?
And it looks like Traden's going to come a close second.
There we finish, and we'll take a break. You're watching Shawnee High School Swimming on ShawneeCTV, where together we build community, one season at a time.
At Hardesty Deli, the food is great and the people are even better. A genuinely local atmosphere. The Oliver family has more than 70 years as butchers with Hardesty. If you're in Shawnee, you gotta stop at Hardesty Deli.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Battershell, and I have relocated and continue serving family medicine clients at the Triad Complete Healthcare in Shawnee. I love what I do, and it's an honor to serve my patients. Please call Triad Complete Healthcare in Shawnee if I may be of service for you.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Great prices sell cars, and Casterkey Auto Mart truly understands that principle. Straightforward pricing with no gimmicks. Located on the corner of Harrison and Jefferson for over 40 years, shop at the lot or online. Casterkey Auto Mart. They're good people.
Go time, show time, get on your feet. It's my time. Go time, show time, get on your feet.
Hey Mom, I got hurt playing volleyball and you forgot to pack my ibuprofen. You got hurt? That's okay, you just need some ibuprofen. Go to Eric's Pharmacy around the corner. They should have some.
Back as we see the lone swimmer finishing up in heat 1 of 2. Coming into the pool, though, record holder Piper McNeil. What's her top time on this?
It looks like it's 1:08.93, and this is actually Natalie's best stroke. She's 1:12, so not too far behind.
Natalie Selman Davis. It's a beautiful story. We can't wait to elaborate. Piper with Natalie right alongside. They tap 1 and 2. Who are the other 2 swimmers in the pool?
We got Isabella Little from Westmore in lane 1 and Isabella Bowdler for Westmore in lane 4. So 2 Isabellas for Westmore. And Natalie's staying right with her, though.
Yeah, again, it's just it's a privilege to be able to watch this. I mean, on your side, I know we talk a lot about it, but we want to because this kid and her teammates, they put in the work that it takes to be at the level at which they're at. And she makes it look easy. She makes the others sometimes look looked slow, but that one coming in right behind her, right there, is one of the top competitors in the state.
Yeah,
if not the top competitor. In fact, I need to check.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was top 3 in the stroke. So
yeah. It's crazy just how good they are. She came in 4th.
Yeah.
Natalie came in 4th last year at the state meet.
And she'll probably get in top 3 this year. And that's incredible because you see Piper out there ahead of a top 3 placer at state.
Yeah.
And you don't normally see that on the same team.
No. And that's just part of what we get to be a part of and be able to bring to our community. How fun that is for anybody who's able to watch, you know, and come through and watch these things happen. Yeah. So next, the Shawnee boys coming up for the breaststroke. Tell us who's going to be in there.
It looks like we have Cayman Williams-Hurd for lane 2 for Shawnee. And then we have Southmore Kyle Pincus in lane 1 and Caden Fisk for Moore in lane 3.
So Cameron, is that right, for Shawnee in lane?
Yeah, we have Cameron for Shawnee in lane 2, which he's a new swimmer as well. So, well, and I think it's incredible, and not to talk bad about other sports, but you see sports like cross country where it's pretty normal to have maybe 1 or 2 people go to state.
Yeah.
And then you see swimming where it's almost their whole team.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And that's just how dominant they are. So.
Cameron turning nicely there. And in lane 1 is a freshman. Lane 3 is a junior. He's battling with the junior from Southmore, Pachenkus. Come on, Cameron. They are neck and neck here, but Cameron
is catching up.
Let's see how he comes out of the turn. It's going to take a kick. It's going to be close. Here they come. Come on, Cameron.
Ooh, I don't know.
Can't tell. I think it was just bang, bang. I think he got second.
We'll see how fast those timers' hands are, and
that's right.
When they click those buttons. We're going to hope the Shawnee one was on it.
All right, and that's going to bring up Heat 2, Lane 1 and Lane 2. This is all 4 seniors, Troy. Tell us who we're going to look at.
Yeah, we have Maddox Smith in lane 1 for Shawnee, Ethan Aller in lane 2 for Shawnee, Adam Stone for Westmore in lane 3, and Gavin Maple for Moore in lane 4. And again, Ethan Aller, Maddox Smith, 2 of the better swimmers for Shawnee. So.
Maddox did place at state last year for the Wolves in this event. So Ethan tied up in other events.
Yep. I think Ethan is close to a few records. I don't think he's on there yet, but he's close to a few records. So state records, or not state, school records.
He had a fantastic turn there, retook the lead. And it looks like Ethan is going to win it. He touches first, another victory for Shawnee.
Then we have Maddox coming in 3rd for Shawnee.
So a first and third.
Yep.
Good point totals. And now we get to come to the 400-yard relay.
And it looks like, we have the girls first. We have Michaela Tinkle, Tennille Kidd, Emma Aller, and Clara Timmons in for Shawnee.
So Michaela starting it off as the senior in the group on the 400 freestyle. We have a freshman and a couple of juniors with Emma and Clara.
Yep, and that's kind of how Valerie does it now. It should be. You put the experienced people at first and fourth. That way you get a good start and a good finish, and that way the freshmen can follow the leaders and the more experienced people and how to pace themselves. So.
Michaela, one of those seniors in this great Shawnee senior class for their swim team. And she's going to start us off when longtime timer Trey Davis, he would be the official, right? Not the timer?
Yes, he is the official. I actually was with him in his training when he first started.
Were you really?
And now he's been doing this for a while now.
Yeah,
so.
he has. And so would that have been back when you were doing
yeah, probably about maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I'm getting old now, so.
That's right, young man. You are.
But, yeah.
Whereas Trey is just getting experience.
He is seasoned, I guess the best way to put that. Yeah, we used to have Mr. Kevin Colise, who's a big community member, doing it, and now we have Trey kind of filling that opening for the last several years.
Sure. Well, Kevin had a child who was going through swimming at the time, and so he got very involved. He is always interesting.
Well, and Kevin's still involved, still swimming at the Y. He's a great guy. He's always been supportive of the Shawnee swim team. Hopefully Trey will stay with us.
Yes, I remember. I've known Trey literally maybe half a century. No? And that would be 73, right, Mr. Lawyer? So I probably met Trey sometime around 1978, so close to half a century ago.
Haven't you learned that lawyers aren't supposed to be good at math? Right?
Oh, you're not? Okay. Good with words.
Yeah, good with words.
With words, okay.
I might surprise some people every now and then.
I understand, yeah. But a lawyer always has an opinion to give, right?
I try to keep mine in the courtroom. I save all my energy for the fighting for people in the courtroom.
That's right. That, of course, is what the officer law firm does. They fight for the people in the courtroom.
We're going to do that with our slogan.
That's right. Dun, dun, dun. The officer law firm.
It gets confusing
you
every
want the
now
officer
and then.
on your side.
Had a few
we
people,
could talk through that a little bit.
People come and say, "Do you represent only police officers or other people?" I'm like,
yeah.
I'll represent police officers, but I do more than that. So
yes, that's interesting. That gives you feedback, on when people see the name, what they think.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. It's worked out really well. So I'm excited to stay in the community and keep it up.
Yes. All right, stepping up will be senior Michaela Tinkle to get things started here. The final event of the day for both teams. As into the water goes the Shawnee swim team. They are in lane number 2. And
this will be the 400, so each one of them will be swimming 2 down and backs. And this is somewhat of a strategy, Daniel, when you have, they can only be in 2 relays. You have to manage who's in what relays. So
you can only be in 2 relays,
yep.
Is that what you said?
So you have typically 3 total relays, so you got to manage who's in what. So.
And relays, again, we talk about it. I know back when Coach Wilkinson would talk through us in his track and his scoring, relays play a huge part in winning a tournament, and when it comes down to a state tournament.
Yep. And when you have good people, and that's somewhat why they do that. When you have Piper, you can't just put her in all of them.
Right.
You got to pick which ones you want her in. So But Shawnee has such good swimmers that they got enough people to fill a few. So
into the pool for Shawnee goes the freshman, and that is Tennille Kidd. She's stretching out that lead.
Yep, and she's been doing good all night. Freshman, new swimmer, doing well in all of her races.
In this relay, the girls at the state meet were second.
Yep, and it was by a very close margin. I know I was there, and everyone was on the edge of their seats.
To see who won.
Yeah. That's about the only thing they got second in terms of relays. So
shout out to Arts 317 as they were able to get done for athletic director Dax Leone the nice framed picture of the state champions. Now it has joined the likes of the other state championship teams on the wall over at the PAC. So as we get ready to kick off another great basketball and wrestling season as well over at Shawnee High School, venture up around the top and take a view of the different state championship teams we've been blessed with here at our school in the most recent years. And, of course, these girls, the newest member from last year.
Yeah. And likely repeat champions, or at least hopeful. So I think they have a great shot again this year. Same members as well as added a few more. So, and we did say that, I think, last time I was on here, with the amount of swimmers they have, it's incredible that they win. They're beating teams with double their size. So
yeah, double and even triple.
Yep.
In the sense of last year, I believe, didn't they go with like 7 swimmers?
Yep.
And what's so amazing about that is teams get points all the way down to number 10, I believe. And so if they can fill in a lot of swimmers, they get a lot more points, whether you win or you don't win.
Yep.
In fact, your school can win the race and get 10 points. And then a school can maybe have 2nd, 5th, and 7th, and they get just as many points as you did.
Yep. And that's why that's impressive, because that means they are winning top places in a lot of these events. So you just don't see it with a 7-person team winning state. I'd be scared to say that's probably one of the first times.
Yeah. Well, attorneys are also known to do research, and maybe that's something you can find out for us, Troy.
Yeah, it looks like Shawnee just got first place by a decent margin. So
yes, more than half a pool length.
Yeah,
again, congratulations to the girls, the swimmers on that team. Michaela Tinkle, the senior, started it off. Tennille Kidd, Emma Aller, and Clara Timmons getting the touch.
And I'll tell everyone on air, I need to start getting notes like Daniel. He does his research.
Well, I've been doing it a long time. If we were in a courtroom, I'd be looking at you for the notes. Hopefully that'll never have to happen.
If so, hopefully we're on the same side.
Yeah. Awkward pause. All right. Now the boys. Last year the boys also did well in this event. Second at the state, and they set a school record doing it.
And we have Vincent Tash with the first one, Maddox Smith, Ethan Aller, and then Thurman Lee wrapping us up for today.
So 3 out of the 4 were a part of that team.
Yeah. And Vincent Tash is going to start us in the water. And Thurman wanted his PR, so he has the chance to end it well today.
That's right.
Otherwise, we'll talk about it for the rest of the week.
You and he? Yeah. So the Wolves do turn first. Vincent with a good start to this. as he'll try to push out his lead here in the last 50, the second 50 of his. Of his leg. Even though they're swimming, do you still call it the relay a leg?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, or I don't even remember what you call it.
That's good. Yeah. That makes me feel better.
Lap length.
Maddox Smith, as Vincent gave him quite a lead to start things off. I don't know that we'll have to talk about Thurman at the end.
Well, we'll do it just to, make him feel better.
Yeah, I understand.
We'll only be talking about him if they come back.
Other than that, Thurman, you're out of luck. You are the record holder for a couple of events over there. Well, I see one. Let me check real quick before you get into the pool.
Oh, we got Maddox giving them almost a length. I want to say length. That's what I'm going to go with.
And actually, this team, it was Bryce Holter, the senior last year, who was also a part of it. But Tash, Aller, and Lee in this event, school record holders with a time of 3:28.48.
Yep. Looks like Ethan Aller is in the pool now.
And he's one of those that's kind of like, they're always talking about Thurman. Ethan just, he puts his due in. He gets it done.
He's a great kid. He's one of those funny kids. Like I said, he'll after the race he'll point over there and say, "I'm 1 second from the record." So he's a great kid. Allers are a great family as well. I know he helps with the Y swim team as well, and has been a part of this Y staff as well for a while.
Yes, and Ethan, a great career as a Shawnee swimmer. We've called a lot of his races. Well done, Ethan.
And we got Thurman coming in, so we won't talk about him.
Who is this kid? Who is this guy?
Yeah, I was going to say we talk, all the other three are fantastic athletes. Who's this one?
Yeah, they must have put him last for a reason.
They wanted to give him a head start.
Senior Thurman Lee, he is quite a character, and he is pushing to win this race by the length of a pool for his team.
And I think he's easily going to get a link.
And honestly, they're looking to set a new school record, but this 400 free looking to be state champions this year.
Yep.
In 5A.
And they might be able to do it. So.
As they touch more than a whole pool length in front of the competition, congratulations to the Shawnee High School swim team. Both squads win their competitions today. Troy, I think that we can say that quite confidently.
I think I'm pretty confident about that as well. So
of what you saw today, anything stand out in particular about the guys' team for you?
I mean, I think it's these relays. I think you see that they are very competitive in the relays, and then I think you got some length on them too, where you got these new kids coming in like Nathaniel and some of these new swimmers that are giving them a little bit more boost this year. And having more people on their team, not just 4 top competitors. They got a great roster on their team. So.
And again, they have to play that numbers game. Coming in 4th at state is a wonderful accomplishment for a team their size. It has to pick up all their points by being the best in that category.
Yep.
On the girls' side, man, I loved to see McDonald and Simpson just as sophomores and how it looks like they have progressed coming into this year.
Yeah, and I've seen Grayson since she was about 5, so I've seen her progress. And people like her, McDonald, Tennille, freshmen, they are looking like they will stay like this for a while as well. And I know I didn't mention Jackson as a freshman on the boys also. So, just that steady, continued flow of new athletes.
Well, and as Coach McNeil mentioned, having those 3 senior girls, what a great asset it is for both of the teams to have people like Piper, like Michaela, and like Natalie pushing the limits every time they get into the pool.
Yep. And that's who pushes the young kids, is those looking up to those really strong senior athletes.
You've been watching Shawnee High School Sports on ShawneeCTV, brought to you tonight from the YMCA. Thanks to the whole crew, and special thanks to Troy Officer for being with us again this year. We hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, Shawnee, all of us together, we build community one season at a time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for having me, Daniel.